What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turnout, with my co-host, Brian Limper. And we want to welcome you to day one of the Headway Tour. Purple Kiss, California, LA. Ooh.
Shout out to everybody going to that. Stay safe.
Hopefully everything's okay, but it is the 18th of January. And that's the first day of tour.
That means it's happening today.
Here we are. Purple Kiss is here. So that's a fun day to do a podcast.
And we will be seeing them in...
We got like 3 weeks?
3 weeks maybe? 2?
3 weeks?
Something like that.
2 to 3 weeks. Perky time.
But I'm super hyped. Can't wait to track some stage outfits so I can see which
know,
ones we're going to see. So I was right the last couple times we did it.
Yeah, I know. It's really a part of the fun.
Can't wait to see the
anticipation.
same outfits we see every single time.
Tommy, he'll figure, here we come.
At least we're getting one back-to-back days, so there's no way they're wearing the same outfits twice.
Man,
I don't know, maybe.
They're definitely going to have that, like, well, the laundry guy got lost and went to the complete wrong state, so we're just going back-to-back. Something like that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get 2 separate ones. I'm sure we will. Hopefully.
They always do at least, like, what, 4? 3 to 4?
Yeah.
5?
They usually, it's, like, weird. Sometimes I'm, like... They wear a lot of the ones that they wear on, like, stages randomly. Or, like, they wore for, like, random video shoots.
Very true.
But...
I will say,
usually it's pretty accurate.
I feel like for them and Pixie, they like had ones they did in the beginning, and then they never wore again. Like Pixie had those black ones, and then Perky had the jerseys.
The black ones,
but they never did the jerseys.
They only wore in LA.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that.
But I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm excited to see what it's all about.
What did they wore in? Oh, they wore like the cool like camo like busking outfits in a.
Oh. We got like the best ones
in
Canada, Toronto BXX tour, and then we had some pretty cool ones for the Korean Fest too, and those were different each day.
So that was actually kind of nice that they like switched it up. So if you went and saw them multiple days, it was different.
It was cool. It was cool.
But yeah, looking forward to that. It's one of my favorite things is watching them, the progression of their outfits, to see which ones we're gonna get.
Yeah, well, it's nice because they have like a lot of days, and they like try to switch it up, which is cool. Like it's not just like exactly the same every single time.
True.
So very excited for Purple Kiss coming up soon. We will be there.
Yeah, we spent the early part of our day today watching WWE Raw, who's on Netflix.
Yeah, that's our new Friday activity as we ate some pizza, watched some wrestling.
Because my boy Pentagon Jr. made his debut in the WWE.
Yeah, he did.
So that was sick.
As
Penta. Yeah.
Had to change it up a little bit.
He had to switch it up, I guess, for copyright purposes.
Gotta say, from the two, well, it was the debut last week of it on Netflix, and watching it this week, it's pretty cool on Netflix.
It is pretty good.
It's like a good setup. I like it.
The graphics guy's doing pretty good.
The graphics are cool. They got the little drone that flies around.
Just everything about it's just kind of better quality than seeing it on like
seems a little more like
US TV or TNT or whatever they were on.
I don't know. It just seems a little more like I don't know. It's just better on there. They can be a little more themselves. It seems like they don't have to worry about.
It's not as like PG rated, so they kind of say whatever they want.
They don't have to worry about like 100% of what they're saying, but it's fun. It's fun.
We also watched a lot of the latest K-pop comebacks. We always tell you we don't know what they are because we don't listen to them.
Yeah.
But we watched a bunch of them. BB Girls was okay. Kind of seemed like a weird, sad
it's a little,
city pop,
city
like
poppy
disbandment song.
It was not the same vibe as whatever. Give It To Me. I don't even know if that was the actual.
One More Time or something.
One More Time. That's what it was. Great song, by the way.
The new IVE song was really good.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. I thought it was so good. I was so impressed with it. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as the title track, but pre-release is already like 10 out of 10. So
the new One Is song was really good.
Sick album.
We Are Young is like such a.
You were telling me about the album, and I went listen. One is sick.
They're like really good. What's the other one we watched?
Minnie had a very cool pre-release a little while ago too. Her album's not out yet, but her pre-release was good. It was very cool for her like solo debut.
I thought we watched another, but maybe we didn't. I don't know.
We watched a lot of vids there in a short time frame.
Yeah, we did. But we also watched some other random music videos for songs I've been wanting to have music videos. So that's a perfect segue into Not What You Came For.
There
because my recommendation this week is going to be a group that I've liked for a long time. You probably heard me talk about them if you've listened to us for a long time.
Yeah.
That's Stick to Your Guns. And they just had a new album that came out called Keep Planting Flowers. And there's a track on there, I think it's the very last one, and it features another one of my favorite bands called See You Space Cowboy, and it just goes super hard. The whole album does.
Yeah.
And it's called Hate for You. It's literally H-8-4-U. That's what it is.
That's how you spell it in K-pop.
And it's amazing. I really like it. The whole album's really cool. It's super heavy. But stick to your guns. Great band. Been around for a long time now.
They really have.
We saw them at Warped Tour one year.
We
It was
did.
sick.
It was very cool. Great band name, too. Always thought that was a very good A+ band name.
It is a really good one.
They're very, very dope. Mine's also a heavy song that we used to listen to back in the day, a cover song that I always forget about, but I'll randomly be like, oh, that was sick, and listen to it. And it was the cover by Out Came the Wolves, best song ever.
Oh, dude, that song's so good.
That is a great cover, and I'm telling you, I literally forget about it, but then I don't know what, I'll just think of it, and I'll have to go, look it up on YouTube. It is, was that a One Direction song?
I think so.
It's a best song ever, they cover it, and it goes really hard. It's on some random YouTube page, I don't even know, but I listen to it, it's still so good. We used to listen to it, all the time. But that's my recommendation. It's a beauty. It's a beauty cover right
on the
there.
list of best covers with that one song by Owls in the Attic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what it was. It's like a church's song
Get
or
out.
something.
Or no. Yeah. The Get Out song?
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I don't remember. But yeah, Owls in the Attic covered it and it's super
Get
sick.
out, get out, get... Was it that one? Or...
I think so.
It wasn't Bury It, because that was a church's song, but they didn't cover that.
No. That's also a good song.
Well, because it is a good song with Haley in it, but I didn't know until you told me that one was a cover song.
Yeah, it's by the same people that's with Haley Williams.
Yeah.
One song.
I didn't know that was even the Owls in the Attic cover. I thought it was their song, but it's super good.
It would have been sick if it was their song.
But
yeah, Get Out, that's what it's called. Deserves way more than 369,000 listens on
Spotify. A lot of those are us, honestly. But
it honestly probably is.
Yeah, Out Came the Wolves, freaking best song ever. Great cover.
Oh my gosh, it's such a
It goes so hard. I remember listening to your Jeep back in the day.
Too bad they don't even have it on Spotify.
I know, I always have to go to YouTube. Ooh. Gotta go to YouTube.
Guess we can't add that one to the playlist for this week, 'cause that is a old-timey one.
Yeah, that was one that hit me this week. I was like, yeah, we gotta bring that back up. It was sick.
That's good stuff. Yeah, man. I completely forgot about what you said. That's such a good...
No, I know. That's how I don't even know. It just hits me twice a year, and I'm like, time to go listen to that, and then I just forget about it again.
It's just that time.
It goes so hard.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good music we listened to before the show, after the show, which hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure we'll listen to something.
Yeah.
What other updates do we got? I know we already said we're going to go see Purple Kiss.
Nothing really.
There's a whole kerfuffle with Triple S tickets that came
That's
out.
been a big mess.
For the meet and greet stuff. For anybody who tried to get the meet and greet picture selfie things, I heard it was a mess.
It was not fun, not easy. I don't know if people got what they wanted because it was just... Well, it just sucks when there's no updates about what's going on and you just have to guess about things, but I don't know. We'll see how it works out when the actual show happens. I am glad Purple Kiss is kind of first, just so I can have my excitement. You know what I mean? But it'll be fun. I mean, Triple S will be a good time. We have a lot of our friends are going to this.
So that'll be fun.
Someone was asking is anyone even going to this? And I was like, this is going to be our most attended concert of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
we have so many people that we know from
just
Canada.
Two people backed out doesn't mean the other 20.
I was like, there's a lot of people in our Discord server that are going to be at this more than anything.
So if you guys want to hang out, come to the Chicago.
Come to Chicago. I'm pretty sure you can still get a P1 ticket. I looked a couple days ago, and you still can. Literally every step of the way of that has been a weird, not easy process. So
yeah, because I remember trying to get him to begin with was weird.
No one could get him because it was locked.
Remember we were on a
it's sold out. Yeah,
it was for a 45 minutes to an hour. Then you get in there, every ticket's still there.
Every ticket was still there. Still are. You could still go buy one. So yeah, we'll see how that actually works out when we actually get there. But I don't know when their first show in the U.S. is. I know the tour started, but I don't know when they come over here. So
I think the only update I really have is I finally got my Dosey drawing flower tattoo.
Oh yeah.
For those of you who've been listening to us for a little bit, when we went to see him in Canada, we had a legit fan meet. We got to sit and talk to him.
Fan meet, yeah.
And Dosey drew me a flower because I put her thing. I'm like, hey, can you draw this for me? And she's like, sure. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a tattoo of it, so next time we see you, I'll have it. And she's like, wow, really? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, do you want me to draw a better one? And I'm like, no, it's fine. So I went and got a tattoo of that, so I got it on my arm now.
She can see it now.
She won't remember it, but I'll remember it forever. I got it. It's right next to my Purple Kiss tattoo that I got. So.
No, that's very cool.
That's pretty exciting for me, anyways.
I'm excited for that again for many reasons, but I'm excited for a little Little Rock, Arkansas, and Memphis, Tennessee. Like,
You know what?
a little new venues for everybody.
Maybe try to make another vlog of us going. It's kind of like a multiple stop trip, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, we might as well actually do something for this one because we haven't done like that in a while. And
since Dosi did tell me when we saw her, she did watch the last one, and then I didn't do another one, so I felt like I let her down. I mean, I let a lot of people down, but her, I feel real bad about.
They also didn't do a vlog either.
That's true.
They did not.
Dosi, if you're listening to this, you guys should not.
We would have watched your vlog of. We watch all your vlogs, and you didn't do one for the Toronto Fest.
So you guys didn't do one.
So
and we didn't do
let's
one.
have a little truce here. We'll both do one for whatever this Headway tour.
Yeah, so we'll do one for
Little Rock, Arkansas. You know what was great? Was it the Tribey one where they were like going over the cities, each one, and like early on it was like super detailed of like,
and then
the last one's like, oh, we gotta find ours, and it was like one clip far away in the crowd, and it was like Omaha, Nebraska, and then it was like the next one,
which is like the only one that like sold
sick.
out.
Yeah, it was like weird. Sick. Like the other ones were super detailed, all this behind the scenes, and like other ones we were at was like one shot.
I feel like that always happens whenever
I know.
we go. Even like at the ones that did for Triple S, I feel like they like glanced over us. They like showed them taking pictures.
They didn't
in, like,
even.
the hallway.
They like I know. They didn't even. And no one speaks of the Chicago fan meet thing.
Yeah, like that didn't even exist.
That could be wiped from everyone's minds forever.
That's literally like lost media, like black market.
That is still the craziest thing of all time. I always say it because it always will be. But no. Hopefully, if Perky does something, we're trying to actually like maybe try and get a good spot, even though we should because we have good tickets. So yeah, if you guys do a vlog, we'll do a vlog. There we go. That is funny. We're like, why didn't they do one?
It's also kind of like a multi-stop one, like I said. So
yeah,
it'd be cool. If we were just going to like one, it wouldn't be as
right.
cool. But we're going to multiple
make
places,
a little road trip,
staying in multiple hotels.
states, little on tour with the gang.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. Maybe if I remember to do
Let's
it.
all just say a prayer that the weather cooperates.
Because the weather's been, knock on wood, kind of nice.
A little better.
There,
well, I was telling you, it's been so cold here that a normal cold day feels like freaking springtime.
It does. Whenever I think about it, I just think of that video with Riff Raff, and he's like, summertime!
And it's like 35. And you're like, yeah!
And it's always like
awesome.
Midwest summers, the hair's like blowing in the thing.
It's so true, though, because it's been like 10 every day.
True.
So, very excited for that. We got some traveling to do coming up.
I think that catches us all up on our
I think we're good.
K-pop news. That's the most we've had in a while, actually.
Yeah.
But
things are starting to pick up in the new year.
Yeah, there's been some good music released. There's a bunch of concerts starting. What more could you ask for?
I know. Baymon's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that trip in general is going to be... Maybe I'll make a vlog of that.
That's going to be a freaking epic journey.
That's going to be like a...
Epic journey.
That's like a whole thing right there.
But Perky first.
To a place we've never been before.
The magical
Actually,
land.
I've never been to the other two places either.
Magical land. We got to get a lot of magnets.
I think I've been to Memphis, Tennessee.
I know I've driven through it. I've seen the big Bass Pro Pyramid there. It's like the third biggest pyramid in the world. No, it really is.
Sick.
No, it really is.
Can't
It's like bigger
that.
than the... No, yeah, we can go to it. Like, it's time to stay at that hotel.
Is it too late to get my refund in and go to that hotel?
I've driven through Memphis. I don't know if I've actually like stopped at Memphis.
I was gonna say I know I've gone through Tennessee. I don't know if I've actually been to Memphis. Maybe I'm thinking of Nashville.
We have been there.
I don't know.
No, yeah, the big Bass Pro Pyramid is in Memphis, and it's like massive. No, it's like for third biggest pyramid. You could correct me, but I know it's like a top biggest pyramid in the world.
Hey, dude, it could have been freaking
ain't no
Super M Tiger Inside.
Tiger Inside. Count it. It's like Thunderous by Stray Kids.
It's just easy money.
Sorry, there was people with blonde hair. I got confused. Light on the ground.
Yeah,
ain't no pharaohs in there. Just freaking fish and other stuff.
Got a fun episode that Justin's prepared for us today, so we can get into that.
Well, I just thought of one that everyone has, and sometimes you just don't get to express it. And it's not to be negative, but it's just to be real.
Explicit spoiler alert. Everyone's getting triggered today.
It's just our pet peeves with K-pop. And, I mean, it's pretty much open discussion. I was going to go actually, like, post it on one of the Reddit pages and be like, what is everyone... But, like, I was like, that's probably something people asked. There were so many threads on it. So I just went and read some of those and grabbed some other ones that I didn't really think of that I just to say what people kind of say, so...
Yeah, he's got his, like, whole thing prepared. I'm speaking from the heart.
I just,
so
I just kind
of
of had a notes app. I was like, if I think of... Because I kind of put things off the top of my head. But then if there was one I'd randomly like think of so I didn't forget, I'd just like jot it down in the notes app.
I just want everyone to know, if you're listening to this, we're not specifically targeting you.
This is just stuff that irks us.
We're targeting everybody.
Yeah.
Also, if you listen to
I'll kind of read the Reddit ones last.
I was like, if you listen to the last one you did of this, all mine are pretty much exactly the same.
Right.
Although I will say, since I haven't been in the K-pop world as much, since I don't get on Instagram anymore, nothing really bugs me as much as it used to because I don't see it regularly.
That's fair.
But then certain things pop up and I'm just like, you guys are like the same all the time. Like, chill out.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Mainly because I still use Reddit, and Reddit's where everyone complains, so.
Yeah. Well, like when I went, I was like, K-pop pet peeves, there was like freaking so many threads. I was like, I'm just going to go.
What's like one of your top things?
Well, I mean, honestly, one of the biggest ones I know it is for you too, because we talked about it, but is idol real names.
That's the first thing I was going to say.
Yep, that's my number one draft pick for both teams.
Like, that shit pisses me off so
idol
much.
real names is horrible. Horrible. I hate it.
Like, I get
jittery.
Like, people, I don't know. It's like, I mean, bottom line is, they're there for our entertainment. Like, that's literally what they do. It's like, he'd be an actor, or like, any singer in America or something. Like, they don't want to be our friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's their job.
They get paid.
That's what I always say. It's their job.
Yeah.
It's their job. It's their job.
It's like anybody's job.
It's their job. It's like our job, their job. Different jobs, but it's their job. Like, there's like, sometimes, I don't know. I really don't like it in any situation, but sometimes if the person has like the most awful stage name of all time, I'll give you a little bit of grace, a little bit to say a different name.
Yeah.
But that's if you have like the most garbage stage name.
But then it's like, you just
mean?
have like a name like Dosey or like
it's Dosey. You call her Dosey.
Yeah, or like
that is her name.
Literally any name. Like, that's just a simple one. It's just like a one-word thing.
Oh,
like E-Ray, or like I'm also just saying this. I'm staring at them in my background of my computer.
Yeah.
There's no need to go by the like not like stage names because they have them for a reason.
Oh my gosh,
like,
it's the number one of one pet peeves of K-pop.
I think the thing that makes me most mad about it is people always try to use it in a way that makes them seem like they're bigger fans than everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, like, if you're just using it just because, like, whatever, I don't care. But if you're literally like, oh, you mean this person? Or like, oh, I didn't realize that's who you were talking about because I'm not used to hearing their normal name. I just go by their...
Let me tell you, if anyone's saying that to me, I'm like, you suck.
Like, I literally
respectfully,
hate you.
You're the worst. Come on now.
Everyone's opinion.
Don't be that kind of person. Don't be like that. That kind of goes into my other one I jotted down. Some of these I'm probably going to read and be like, I don't even know what I was thinking, but it was just knowing idols personally. Again, we don't.
Oh, yeah, there's people all the time who be like,
you don't.
So-and-so would never do this or act like that.
You have no idea.
The best is when people, like, idols get called out, like, get in, like, actual, like, trouble with, like, the police or something. They'll be like, oh, he'd never do that, or blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously he did because he's in trouble for it. Or they'll, like, stick up for him. And then at the end of the day, it's proven that they were guilty of whatever actions they were doing.
Right.
And they're like, wow, I can't believe this would happen. I'm like, you don't know them. They're not your friends.
Like,
they're, like, literally
you don't know.
We only see what they want us to see.
Yeah. You don't know them. You have no idea what their, like, thoughts are. You can, like, get hints of personality but, like, you don't know them. You don't know them. You don't know what they like. You don't know what they want to do. You don't know their personal life like that. Like, anything... You don't know more than what they want you to see, so let's not. That kind of goes with the real name thing, like.
And that's like given for anything, like even like you're
not friends with these people.
You know, like when you have like similar friend groups or someone to do something, you're like, I don't think they do that. Like they never do that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've known him for like 3 months.
Yeah.
We've known him for years. Like, why would you not think that? Like, I don't understand.
Right. It's just. Yeah, and honestly, I was thinking too. A lot of these can kind of just like translate past the K-pop world and just be real world
just
things of just like. Yeah, like, I don't know. That one was always one you don't know the idols personally. You just don't. Nobody does.
Well, it's like anybody.
No fans really do. Like,
even in, like, social media, people, like, see people on social media and they want to follow them and do, like, stuff that they do.
Yeah.
But they only show you things they want you to see.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't know them as an actual person.
So true.
Same thing goes with idols. Something goes with the groups. Like, they're monitored by people, so you only see what they want you to see.
It is all product. Like, it is all product that I love so much, but that's okay. You're supposed to.
That's what it is. It's what it's made for. That's like, it's a tool to, like, garnish attention, so you, like, get fans, get views, get money. That's how anything is. But you're right. My biggest pet peeve, I was gonna say, my number one is like people using their real names.
Yeah, that was my number one. I can kind of just like work down my thoughts that I had. Knowing why companies do things. Again, we have no idea why. We have no idea why someone would send them to a different part for a tour or not send them, or they're supposed to come over here and then they don't. Like, people always have crazy reasons of like, this is why the company did this, or they couldn't do this, or couldn't pay for it. You have no idea.
That also goes to the fact
it's just like the business of it. You don't
I
know.
hate, like, not just fans, but people in general who think they know like all the background stuff by how things function and things work. And I'm like, why would you know
Why
that?
would you don't know that?
Who would you talk to?
You're not in like the business meeting of such and such company of like, well, we need to like pull the plug on this or we need to add this to this. You know what I mean? Like, no one knows. Like,
the only exception to that would be, like I'm not calling myself like giving myself a grace period here, but when my actual like friends that work with the companies that are putting on these K-pop shows,
well, yeah,
and we question why the venues are so big,
yeah,
and then they told me why that is, and the only reason I know this information is because he literally worked with the promoter that booked the places, and he said they had the exact same problem with their own stuff that they did. And a lot of times there's certain reasons why certain groups get sent to places or get sent to other places. And you're like, this is too big and this is too small.
Sure.
And the fans will be like, well, they're trying to screw them purposely or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like, what?
And I'm like, that's literally not how it works. I'm like, well, why do you know that? I'm like, the people that I'm friends with work for, like, I literally can show you the messages. They work for the company that promotes the...
Yeah, I was going to say, unless...
Because a lot of the times it's not the person, like, say, in Korea, putting on the tour. They have to contact someone in America that like books these venues for them.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes part of it is, for lack of a better term, they want other groups to come in the future, or they already had groups that were there.
Yeah.
And they had a deal where it's like, okay, let's say like they come to like, I don't know, the convention center, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one really big group they want, but in order to get it, they have to have 3 other shows that go with it.
Yeah.
So they'll just throw 3 other groups in there, that even if they're not going to fill them, because they have to.
Yeah.
So they could be like, oh, they normally sell like 300 tickets, but this is like a 3,000 capacity venue.
Yeah.
But they don't have a choice because that's just what they gave them. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, oh, we already had a group here that we really wanted, but we have 2 more shows you have to pass through here. So the promoter's like, oh, well, I got 2 shows coming up. I'm going to throw them here. And it could be reversed. Like, oh, this place only holds 500 people, but the people could sell like 10,000. Like,
right.
That's just how it is. Because that's who they work with. Like, that's...
Right.
There's a lot of background stuff, like behind the scenes stuff that happens with that between the promoters and...
Right. And I was
like,
going to say, unless you do have a connection or like actually know, or there's like a statement from the company, we don't really know why anything happens. Like, unless you literally know from like a worker within what's going on, or like some, like an actual truthful source, you can't, like, people just throw... I mean, we saw wild stuff on Reddit about groups. What was it? I don't remember who the group was. I don't know if it was disbanding or what. And they made up this whole elaborate story of something.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone was like, that didn't happen. They're like, oh, yeah, I just made it up. Or like, I saw it somewhere. It's just like, it's just like, what?
Oh, it's just a story I heard from somebody. Or, oh, I Googled it once and this popped up. I don't know if it's really true. Like,
yeah, and they're like, that kind of thing. Pet peeve. What else did we have?
I think it just anybody thinks they know everything about everything.
Yeah, that's kind of honestly, you could probably just lump all these into that. It's just like if you think you know stuff and you don't, but you think you do.
Or you think you do and you're proven wrong and you don't admit that you're wrong.
It's like, come on. Sometimes not everybody's right all the time. Yeah, I mean that's like my next couple ones kind of go there where it was like really hammering home or like bragging or like trying to make yourself seem better because you knew a group first.
Oh, yeah,
and like one-upping experiences as far as like, oh, you went to that show? Well, I did this at that show. Like I was, like closer than you. You know what I mean? Like people can't be like, oh, I went to this show, and you're like, oh, that's cool. They have to be like, whoa, oh, I was there too, but I look at this like interaction or look at this that I was, and you're like, oh, that's sick. Like
I think like,
and it's cool to like show what you do, but when it's like a constant like one-upping, like, well, mine was better, or probably, you know what I mean? Like that's frustrating.
80
too.
to 90% of every K-pop conversation I've had with somebody is just turned into like a pissing contest.
That's what happens.
Because everybody wants to be better. I'm like, sure, that's cool.
Hand up, probably done it sometimes, but then you're just like, wait a minute, this isn't right, and you're just like, like, it's cool to like show what you've done and almost even like be like, oh yeah, this is sick, but when it's really just when you say something and someone can't just be like, oh, that's really cool. They have to immediately be like, oh, well, I did this, or like I bought this, and it's just like, oh, like you're immediately going to that like, this is how I like one-upped your thing,
or like,
I
really annoyed
that I like asked you. They like asked the question like, oh, did you go to that show knowing they're gonna come back with that?
Like
you know what I mean?
Like, want to one-up you and seem like a bigger stan of your favorite idol or an idol you like, and they're like, yeah, well, I knew him before they debuted, or I knew this, or I watched them, like all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
I know, like I don't care.
Fan. I don't care.
That one is don't do. It's just like literally every group is like, well, I knew them pre-debut when they were this. Like, great, me too.
Like, oh,
like,
yeah, this. Like, oh, I like this, or I have this many stuff. I'm like, cool.
I'm like, so how? I was like, how far are you trying to go back? Like, I knew them when they were born in the hospital. Like, I don't like.
Like, if you
sure,
if you
great.
Be their number one fan, go
like
for
that's
it.
fine.
Like,
like
it's
it's
doesn't
just
mean
like
anything to me.
I don't know why you have to like kind of like project that to be like, well, look at me. Like, you like this group, but I like them more. I don't know. Another thing that I'm like, okay, like, and I get saying like, oh yeah, like I remember their debut, blah blah blah. If you know. Like explaining it, but it's just like it's really when it's like that instant reaction of just like, oh, I knew it first, or I had it better. Like, why do we have to do that? Again, with anything in life, not just K-pop, but that was other stuff I had. I mean, the easy basic one is just hate for all other groups all the time, because online everyone just hates on each other all the time. They just don't get why people can't get along. That's a very basic one. Like, we all like this thing, K-pop. I don't know why people have to just be haters toward each other for no reason. That's like literally like all people all the time. So
I think one of my main
that's just really annoying.
That's kind of
I just don't get it.
A pet peeve of mine is like people always comparing a comeback to like the last comeback.
Yeah, that's
like,
a good.
Like just enjoy it.
Yeah,
like why you got
that's
to
a good
crunch
one,
numbers
actually.
and album sales and all this stuff. Like
that is annoying. That is annoying.
It's like just like it. Like it's a good song. It's a cool comeback. Like you don't have to be like, oh, this is way worse than the other one, or oh, compared to this other one they had, I don't know why it didn't succeed. I'm like, just enjoy it. If you like it, you like it.
You're right. Yeah, I think that. I just think taking it a little too serious sometimes. It's like just chill out. Like let's enjoy this thing. I agree. That's a very good one.
Like it's not life or death, guys. It's literally just music people are putting in.
You don't have to like break it down like 5 days after a song's released and be like, the world's on fire, it's all over, like, this sucks. And
yeah,
like,
I know.
No, it doesn't. You're fine. We're all here. I had calling a company trash when maybe the group just isn't that great. I do think that people kind of just, like, say a company's trash, and it's like, why? Like,
That's just a cop-out.
It just, sometimes it really seems like it, because no one really actually gives a reason. Everyone's just like, well, the company sucks. It's like,
why do they suck?
You know what? They might kind of suck, or companies might suck at times. But it's just like, well, what can they do better? Or like, this group is having a comeback or promoting or going on a tour, so like, how much do they suck? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I always thought that one too, just because I mean, you see it all the time. But there was like, even like, well, JYP sucks, SM sucks. This is like, every company sucks. That's one I'm like, okay, like, why do we always have to? It's like a cop out. You're right.
That's just like a go-to excuse for everything.
And then that kind of goes with that is like slept on groups. Just like everyone saying that their favorite group is like slept on when it's like, I don't know. I don't think every group can be underrated and slept on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's one that I kind of am like, okay.
It's also another go-to when someone says their group's not performing well in views. Oh, they're slept on.
It's like, company sucks. They're just slept on. No, you what?
They promoted them better.
Why are you all not paying attention to this? I was like, well, I don't know. Like, who knows? Like, why do we have to? Why don't you like it? If you like them, do it.
Yeah, I don't know why people do that.
It's kind of all this again, kind of all lumped together. This is actual like in a group one. I think visual is a stupid position in a K-pop group.
Yeah, I mean they're all
because I think they're all visuals. I don't understand that as a position. I think it's weird.
Yeah,
I actually kind of don't understand most positions besides like the leader, the main singer, and then like the main dancer to help teach everybody.
Or like a rapper. Like so like one person. Well,
like,
not even just one person does it. It's like multiple
I just don't. I don't know. I always thought visual was a weird title. It's like you're the visual. It's like, well, everyone is gorgeous here, like guys and girls.
I don't know. I think it's kind of weird.
I mean, I guess like I don't know. I just thought it was. I always thought that was weird.
And then people be like, "Wow, this person looks so good. This comeback." Like, oh, well, don't forget this person's the visual. I'm like,
it's like, of course, visual queen of the generation. I'm like, well, everyone is. Literally everyone is. Like they all are all the time.
I don't understand that either.
I always thought that was kind of a stupid position.
It's kind of an outdated position they don't need anymore.
Just because everyone, I don't know, they act like everyone's like an ugly duckling, but that person.
One of my other pet peeves is
like
when people online immediately complain about people's lines that they get in songs.
Oh yeah, I think
when we've seen numerous times in interviews with idols where they've said they do not care.
Yeah.
I forgot which one we were watching, but they were like saying something about it and like, yeah, this person
wasn't Daisy, was it?
It might have been. She's like, yeah, this person didn't get any lines, and she's like, great.
It's like, I don't have to work as much.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I just be there and just hang out with the bros and just go to our shows and not do anything. Like, they don't care. They don't complain about it.
Again, it's their job.
The only people that complain about it are the fans because their favorite member didn't get the lines, but they don't care at all. They just want to go.
Guess what? They're a team player.
And also, I remember when Kish came out, everyone complained that Liz had like one line.
Yeah.
But then the actual like song for the album came out, and she sang like a ton of the song.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, one song does not mean that they're getting shafted by the company. Like
Again, and yeah, you can just go back
especially
like
when you get in groups with a shit ton of members. It's like not everyone's gonna have a ton of lines
exactly.
all the time.
Everyone's not gonna have the exact same amount of seconds every single time. Like,
do you guys ever think maybe Vivi likes not having any lines?
that'd be sick.
She just wants to dance.
I'd want to do that.
Like that'd be awesome.
That would be the life, right? That'd be sick. What other? That is a good one, actually.
Also, we've seen where like producers have been like,
Yeah.
we give the lines to the people that we think fit the song the best.
Yeah.
So I mean, if your favorite member's also not getting enough lines, like do better.
Yeah. Well, and we've heard too that they try and sometimes it doesn't work, and they have to like
And they
limit
switch
their
'em.
lines, and they switch. Like, it's kind of plug and play type thing to make this work better with the song.
I don't think
I
it's
think
like
Soyeon's done that with Idol.
I don't think it's like what people see on like elimination shows where people get really butthurt about it, like, oh, that was
Yeah.
my lines. Like, oh, I'm gonna.
No,
You
that's
know-
just dramatic.
They're probably like, hey, we're switching to this person because it fits better. And there's probably like, okay,
Yeah, like team players.
Cool.
That's what it seems like in K-pop. Everyone is very much a great team player. They understand what they need to do to be successful and do the best they can, and that's being part of the team. Like accepting the role you get, which is cool and that's good. What else? I got quite a few. Well, tickets for concerts, release dates are just when we got into K-pop. It was like way before they'd be released. You'd see the amounts, you'd see the
Yeah.
tiers, you'd see everything together. Now it's like a day before. You have no idea what prices are.
it's just a cluster.
It's always like a mess now. And I mean, like we know it's going to be expensive, but you have no idea what the tiers are, where they are. Back when we got into it, it was like listed.
like months in advance.
Like, price, tier, VIP 1, VIP 2, this is how much you're going to pay. Now you literally go in blind. You do not know how much you're going to pay. You don't know what the tiers are. VIP is like separate most of the time now, which I think is kind of annoying. I don't know why we can't just have it all in one thing.
I don't either.
Like the add-on stuff. I just think tickets for concerts, just like the not knowing of it, sucks.
The
Like,
only people that do it right's Leo.
no, they really are. Like that's
They give you way far in
like
advance.
they give
of what
you
you're gonna
advance.
do.
They show every single perk. They show your
And
merch.
generally, all the prices are pretty much the same all the time.
Yep,
So.
and they're still like the most affordable, like the best deal and most affordable. Like,
And once you get the highest tier ticket with them, everything's included with it. So you don't have to worry about going in and
Yep.
buying multiple things separately in order to go to the show.
no, agreed. I don't know. It's just like, oh hey, this person's having a concert. Tickets are on sale tomorrow at noon.
The worst
And-
was like KCON. When they're like putting the tickets out like a week before, you didn't even know
Dreadful.
what the artists were going to be there.
dreadful.
I don't know what was
They
up
need
with
to do
that.
better this time because that was a mess.
That was weird.
We had no idea what was going on. You're like, I guess we're just gonna get tickets and hope for the best. Like
No, like legit. We had no idea who the groups were. Like
they released it
like,
so late.
gave us like a weird like hint map thing, and everybody's like, "Stop dicking around." Like you had like
yeah,
months to do this.
everyone was mad.
Not the week before tickets go on sale.
Everybody was mad, which they should have been. Like we need, like, I just like things being scheduled out early so we actually know what we're going to do and like pay for instead of
And
just like,
honestly, I'm glad we went to it. But if we would have seen the lineup earlier, we might have been able to make some other plans and do different things.
we might. I don't know. You're right. Hopefully this year, if we're gonna try, I don't know. Hopefully we just know in advance. That's all I'm trying to know. In prices, because like a lot of times they don't even tell you price anymore. You just go in. You have to like see if people found out on like Twitter through like the venue pages of like, this is what's the tiers like.
Look like they're leaked information.
It's just dumb because they used to say everything right in front of you. Like, this is your price. This is when tickets come out. This is what you need. Like, they just don't do that anymore.
It is
As
really
much.
weird. It is
Leo
really
presents.
weird.
You guys are the best.
Shout out to Leo. This is a Leo appreciation podcast.
Yeah, I know. They are the best. They're the best.
See you guys in Arkansas.
Zeg knows.
Zeg gets it.
Zeg gets it.
Zeg
They're
gets
the best. Personal one. Photo cards that have the same damn picture
Yeah.
that are way different prices. You could literally have an album one that you can get for like $4 in the same exact outfit as a Hello 82 one that is like $50 and it's literally like finger heart to cheek heart. I hate that. Like I need variation on different photo cards. That one really irks me a lot. Le Seraphim, you do it all the time. It's
I feel
really
like
annoying.
the ones
so
that get,
annoying.
like pre-order benefits or special cards need to actually have something special
Yeah.
about them. Because I mean, I showed you my those two ones I got.
Yeah.
It's literally the same outfits in like 3 different poses, which are like if you didn't even know they were different, you just see.
Oh,
them
you
think
have
they're
no
the same
idea.
Cards.
You'd have no idea.
And
And-
2 of them were like hard to get and cost me a little bit of money. The other one I just bought in the album.
Yeah, it's just like super cheap, like giveaway type stuff. That makes me really mad. It's very annoying. It's like lazy. Some groups are good about it. Some suck. Le Seraphim sucks.
Well, now you know.
I'm just
They
saying.
have their own colors.
Yeah, did you know that? The fun fact. Well, this is like a life one. It's just too much of teasers. Seeing too much of teasers. I don't like that.
I mean,
I like teasers, but I don't like when it's like.
I don't really remember them doing it when you first got into it.
No, they didn't.
One thing that kind of really ruins stuff for me sometimes is when they put out a highlight melody.
Why do we do that?
Because that
Why do we do that?
A little bit of the song. When before, I remember for the longest time, the worst people about doing teasers was JYP.
JYP sucked.
Because they would like do.
There's like a snippet of the video,
of, like, the song in the video.
You could like piece it together in your head of like what it generally is gonna be.
And that goes back to like 2019, 2018.
And I don't ever want to be able to do that. Like still, the one you said is the GOAT was the Blackpink one from like.
Oh, dude, that was so sick. With like
Jisoo and them, and it was just done. And it was like the picture. It was like
it was like Forever Young. That's what it was.
It was just some of those ones. It was like a very small snippet, and you're like, this is gonna be good, but you couldn't like. I don't know. JYP always be giving away.
Yeah, I feel like they give away a lot. Kind of like even like movie teasers now.
No, that's like
trailers.
That, like me personally. Like I hate trailers because you just see so much. Like you can kind of put together what's going on in this movie, like generally, and that's not fun. What else did I have?
Which is kind of ironic because going to movies, I don't really like trailers because we'll sit in the theater and I feel like they give away too much of the movie. You know, sometimes I feel like I watch the whole movie.
They're literally like 45 minutes long too.
But I'm also the kind of person that will watch like a complete movie spoiler video before I go watch a movie to see if I want to see it or not.
That's fair.
But I'm like, oh, this is what happens. Like, this seems pretty cool. I want to see because I mean they go around like the whole like synopsis of it, like a Spark Notes version of it.
Sure.
But it doesn't like show everything. So I'm like, this seems pretty sick. I'm gonna go watch it. But then I'm like sitting there like, why are these teachers giving away so much of this other movie?
I don't know. I just think that now with like any preview you ever see, I'm like, feel like
I'm not a big fan of highlight melodies.
No, I'm not either. I don't. Like, I listen to them because they're out now, but it's like, why?
Maybe they did it before and just didn't remember it.
Maybe we just didn't. I don't remember. I don't remember it.
Remember them actually doing
Like, you're telling me, like, freaking Red Velvet for, like, the Peekaboo album had a, like, they didn't have a highlight melody, did they? I don't know.
That was so long ago. I don't know.
I don't know. Someone's probably going to be like, it's right here, idiot. I'm like, well, I didn't listen to it because I wanted to actually listen to the album. I don't like highlight melodies either. Something that kind of irks me. Like stories behind groups. What is it called? Like the mystical back behind the scenes, like the Luna stuff. Lure. Yep. That I don't like that.
I feel like some.
I just feel like sometimes it's like so complicated. I'm like, why do we need to know? We don't need to know this.
Like, there's not a reason for it. And then later on, they like abandon it anyways. So
and they're like, they get away from it, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, I know if there's like kind of a story you're telling through videos, but I don't know if we need all this like crazy fan made.
If you want to watch like a story with like a lore, like go watch freaking Harry Potter.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yes,
I've seen all those, but
Stay
I don't know.
For that episode coming out sometime.
Yeah, I know the Harry Potter recap.
Special episodes to start the year. Justin recapping.
What do I remember from watching all Harry Potter for the last like 4 months, 4 to 5 months?
Just from memory.
Gosh, I was looking to see if they had the little Lego of the duel, but they didn't have it yet. Yeah, Lure is not my favorite thing. It's not.
I feel like I said, I feel like some of it's just like too.
It's just like overboard, and you're like, this is. Can we just like listen to the music and watch them dance? Like, sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes stage outfits are really pet peeves, like Diane's sleeve in the ice cream stage. That's personal.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like I hate when an outfit's good, and then they add them a weird accessory, and you're like, this throws everything off.
Yeah.
But again, that's kind of personal preference.
That is kind of weird though. I just don't like the weird sleeves.
I don't like the sleeve. I don't know, like the big loose sleeve. I'm like, what? Who decided on this?
Like you're not going out there playing basketball.
It's weird. You're not Carmelo Anthony, man. Come on now.
She was the ice cream stage.
She was LeBron, Michael Jordan all in one. Joe Montana, Tom Brady. That was the greatest collection of misfits we've ever seen succeed, even though they didn't even win.
Yeah, I know.
Ty Bing's team.
I've never seen
Ty Bing, the worst leader of all time, won.
So hyped up. And some other group being so put down for the group.
And then the one that they freaking hated on and hated the leader so bad won. Both great stages, but that is very true. I'll never forget that.
That's pretty funny.
Every single episode after that, man, they were part of the ice cream stage. Literally like a magical team, like the undefeated Dolphins. I think
it's so true.
It's like whimsicals to this day.
They did terrible. Remember the ice.
She was part of the ice cream stage.
And you're like, wait, didn't she lose that one too?
I'm like, yeah, they didn't even win, and they never even spoke of the other one again. I think like the AI stuff is kind of weird. Like maybe not AI, but like the novice or whatever for aespa. I think that's weird.
Speaking of AI, this has nothing to do with this, but I was going to ask you about it earlier.
That's fair.
You have the Reddit app on your phone, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's like an AI thing you can type in something and it combines the collection of everything ever written on Reddit to answer the question.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
So kind of like
Does
Google.
not Google does
kind of
that
Google,
too,
but it's
yeah.
just for Reddit.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna type like K-pop pet peeves into that and got a ton of answers.
I know.
You're right. It's time to do it right now while we're talking.
It's pretty. I mean, the Google one's pretty helpful.
It actually is. I just like it's kind of stupid.
It's very. It like gets to the point, which is nice. Like get to the point, unless the point's very wrong, which sometimes it is, but usually it helps. Yeah. So I don't know. Like like that's not my favorite thing. The whole like not real thing. Something that annoys me about collecting is when people say make your own price, because they don't know. Oh, there you go.
So just so everybody knows, I googled K-pop pet peeves. And it has overused concepts and terms, toxic fan behavior, fan wars, and
oh my gosh, you should have just gone off that.
Language and cultural missteps, fan fiction issues, subreddits that have it, and then it has actual people who like ask questions for like K-pop pet peeves.
Heck yeah, it's like an actual like a college breakdown, a college
it really
paper.
Is. Like, look, there's like all
a thesis.
There's like all kinds of them on here. Like just keep scrolling. There's like a ton of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool for anybody who's curious about that.
Shout out to that. Maybe I don't hate AI. Ellen Iverson. I just remember the person when it was like AI art added again. Someone's like, man, that dude Allen Iverson be drawing a lot. I was dying. They're like, man, he doesn't stop drawing.
That's so funny.
People don't know the real AI.
Gosh, I love the internet. The internet's the best. Sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, when people sell stuff and they're like, make your own price, just tell me how much you want for it.
That is really annoying.
And then they don't even get back to you when you're like, hey, can I buy this card for $6? And they just don't.
And they're like, oh, can't do it for that low. I'm like, well, how much you want to? Like $75. I'm like,
and
first off, we're way far apart in price.
And it's like, well.
Second, why would you not just started with that?
That's what I don't understand. I'm like,
then I could at least been like, oh, I'll give you 70. You know,
yeah,
the ballpark.
like, what do you want? You are selling it. Like, if I'm creating my own price, $1.
Or it's like, give me your own price. Please don't lowball me or try to rip me off.
I don't know what the bar is. Worth. I don't know. Like, I can't guess. If I'm creating my own, I'm going to make it $1. Like,
and they're like, well, that's a little offensive because it goes for $900.
Yeah, it's like, please, none. Like, it's like rude. If you, I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't know. Just tell me. That is a pet really peeve. Annoying. And then people who don't even like message back when they're like, hit me up, blah, blah, blah. It's like posted an hour ago.
Or the best is when you message somebody and it's like, you can't message this person because you don't follow them.
And they're literally like, DM me. And you're like, I literally can't.
And then you like go to comment on the thing and they're like, finally answer you back. And you're like, oh yeah, I commented on your post. Like, oh, I didn't see it.
They're like, I didn't see it. It's like, I can't talk to you any other way. I literally can't message you. I'm trying to buy this $4 card, and it's just the hardest thing.
There's been a couple times it's happened, and they're like, "Oh, I'll message you from my sister's account. I don't know what's wrong." Yeah, by the way, with shipping handling, that's gonna be $250.
I know. I'm like, goodness gracious.
You know, I don't even want it anymore.
I will send you $3. I'll send you a check in the mail.
They sent you sent me too much money. I'm like, I sent you $3.
$3, and it was $2.75.
Do you want me to return the 15 cents that I owe you?
Like, and you know what? Shout out to people for being like honest, I guess, but just keep it. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Selling or I don't sell on Instagram, but buying stuff online is interesting.
The only thing I hate about that is might just be a me thing, 'cause it's like annoying. I just want to get it done.
Yeah.
Is they're like, please do not DM unless you read my card first.
Oh, I know.
You have to read it and send like a friggin' money bag emoji or something so they know you read it. And all it said was, I only ship on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
It's so true. I'm like, here's the money. I have the money.
Shit. Just take my money.
I have the money to give you for the card.
Send it to me.
You would probably charge me more, and I will still pay it. Like, it's just like, it really is like the most dramatic thing, and it's like, I'm out of town for 5 days. It's like, okay.
Please understand, I'm a full-time college student with a full-time job, and I only ship on every third Tuesday of the second month of the year.
Can I just get this Yeji card for $2?
Like, sure, here you go.
Here you go.
Then you go through all that, and you're like, here's $250. Well, you sent me too much money.
Like,
I'm like, oh my God, just freaking take it.
You did not send me the money bag. You did not read the card. No. Yeah, I don't know. People are trying to do their best on theirs, but it is a pet peeve. I'm like, come on now. Just take the money and ship me the thing. Yeah, I got the selling ones. Couple last ones I had for mine were bad security at airports. I don't know how the fuck that the idols have no security and they even like let it's so bad. You see the videos?
It is pretty terrible.
It's like literally they're being like bombarded by like crowd crush. I'm like, how are we not like tackling these people to the ground or getting more secure? It's really dumb.
Or have like a Pope mobile with like glass around them, like take them where they're going.
Like they're getting mauled in there by people. Like get some security or get the people out. Why are they allowed to get in there? Like
I don't know
Go
if this
away.
is really a pet peeve as much as like just a general health and safety
Like
warning for
they're
everybody.
they can't even like breathe in there. It's like so like the videos at airports is like ridiculous. I always thought it was so stupid.
But it's also like, fans, let's do better.
No,
Come
like
on,
that
man.
too. Like everyone can be better. Let's not be a rabid animal, and like try and like go put the camera in their face and like push them around. Like let's have some respect. How about we don't go to the airport? Let's not go to the airport. Don't go to the airport.
I
It's
like
weird.
seeing idols that I like as much as anybody else.
Don't go to the
I don't know
airport.
if it's just because I've been doing this for a while, I'm like getting old. I don't know, but I really don't understand why people go so crazy about like seeing them and doing that. Like it's cool to like do whatever if you have a meet and greet or whatever.
Yeah, like within the confines of
But
when you're
it's like-
supposed to see them.
But you also paid for that. Chill.
But
Like,
you
why
can-
is everybody like so crazy about this? Like
But-
I don't understand.
But you can see too, like some of the perky ones, and like I saw a video of Eve, like they're really annoyed with you people, like, and they have to keep the straight face because you know that's dumb, and if they show any type of like angst or whatever, they get grilled as like artists or whatever. But like, don't bother them. They're just trying
It's
to like
like-
get to their next destination.
People
like, leave them alone.
like they don't owe you anything.
No. Don't be go to the airport. Like let them just
Let
fly.
them live their
Go
lives.
watch their
Let them go do
concert.
whatever they're doing.
Like I don't know, they're like celebrities, but that doesn't mean you get to go like be a weirdo. Like
They're just
leave them
normal
alone.
people too.
Leave them alone.
I don't know. I guess maybe people really just get starstruck. I don't know.
Like I get it, but be starstruck at the concert.
My biggest pet peeve of all time, actually, speaking of concerts,
Oh, are you gonna say what my second to last
is
one
like
is?
the people who like always yell shit
That's what I had
during shows when they're trying to talk. Like,
Look, right
I'm
here.
not gonna lie to you.
Yelling at concerts while the artist talks.
Oh yeah, like I don't care what you think. Like, I'm sorry if you've done this. I'm calling you out on like legit because it annoys the shit out of me.
Be fucking respectful,
They
please.
don't care what you're yelling at them.
You're cutting
it
them
does
off.
not
You're like-
make you a bigger fan because they looked at you and said, "Shut up."
You're cutting them off when they're trying to speak
just
to
let 'em
everyone.
talk.
You're like ruining the flow of everything. Just let them talk when it's time to talk, and when it's the performance, maybe you can yell then.
Like,
Sure.
oh wow, you're gonna yell. They're trying to have a talk and tell us something. You're like, oh, I love you, and they're like, thanks. Like, does that make you does that make your day? Like, you just ruined it.
That
for
might be
everybody.
number 2. Besides, let's not call them their real names. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like super. It's
Like,
super.
it's just like a
annoying.
respectful thing to me. I'm like, you're just kind of being disrespectful to everyone here, to them. Like, let them just do their thing.
At that point, you're just like being obnoxious.
Yeah, like shut up. That's literally what I had, and I was about to read. And then my
it's
last
just
one.
like so irritating.
I hate it. I hate it.
They've talked about it before at other concerts, and you see them scold people at other concerts. People still do it all the time.
That's what I don't get. It's like they're saying stop. Stop. Have some self-control.
We've
like,
been to multiple shows where they've stopped talking and told people to stop
like,
while they were talking.
Like, come on, man. Like,
And yet it
have
still
some
happens.
Like, I get it. It's okay to love these people
you're
within the
excited,
respect
like,
of like
cool.
being a fan, but like, let's chill and let them do their thing.
You know what? Maybe I don't like going to concerts.
You know what?
anymore.
I'm starting to talk myself out of this.
Maybe
Besides
I don't-
Perky
Maybe I don't want to go.
and
to
Baby
concerts
Monster, because
anymore.
that's gonna be sick.
We already
But
bought the tickets, so maybe I'm done after this.
it's just the I don't know. Maybe we are just getting old, but that's rude. That's just rude behavior. Like you're not gonna talk over anyone else talking. Like it's weird.
Well, it kind of like goes back to the whole thing about people thinking they're better fans than everybody else.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I need them to notice me, because then they'll remember me forever. No,
No,
don't
they're
care.
not.
They don't care.
I see thousands of people every day. They're not gonna remember you. And then my last one I had is, let's say a song's come out and it's been out for
Oh my
2.5 minutes, and people are like, "Who owned this era?
Oh my god.
Who owned this era?"
That's
and,
so
and it's
irritating.
been like not even out for an hour. Who owned this era? Is this a flop? Like, and I'm like, it's been 5 minutes, guys. We need to like chill. I think you kind of mentioned it earlier. I was like, let's pump the brakes and actually like try to enjoy it. We don't have to say whose era it was, whose era it wasn't. Like it's been 4.5 minutes since the song's out. So let's chill. It's not even been an hour. That's a big pet peeve.
That is kind of annoying.
Because everything always has to be like ranked and like, is it bad? Is it good? Like, no, just enjoy it or
Another
like try
thing
to. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to be like, well, this fucking sucks.
Annoys me because I see it a lot is like people comparing groups to other groups and basing
Yeah.
their success off what other
No,
groups have done.
that's a big one.
And I'm
That's
like, it doesn't matter what other groups have done.
yeah,
It doesn't even matter what the group themselves have done. Just enjoy the music.
Like
for what
they're
it is.
here coming out with music. That's more than a lot of people can say. So let's try and enjoy it, support it the most you can. Like nothing wrong with that. Just don't. It doesn't instantly have to be like someone's era more than other people or like them owning up another group. Like that's not what it's about. All right, that was all my kind of list.
I don't know if this is really a pet peeve. It's something that just annoys me. Basically, just I'm talking.
Just something I hate.
Just like talking to people and our friends, air quotes. It's just like people who just kind of like bandwagon onto groups.
Yeah.
They just like them because that's what other people like. But then like they somehow already become an expert on everything that involves the group, and you're like, you literally didn't know about them like a week ago.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're the expert.
Yeah. No, that kind of just goes in like the early ones of just like the one-upping and just like knowing all and just trying to like put yourself above other people. It's like, you're not. Come on.
Well, it's like it like happens a lot.
The only person who can do that is Sam, okay?
You'll be like talking about something, and they'll be like, "Oh, it was from this era, doing this or whatever." I'm like, "Do you even know who this group is?"
You mean the group that I just told you
You
about?
mean it's the one I just showed you about?
Yeah.
Like
I see that online a lot.
Yeah, or like on Reddit all the time, and they like have like exact like timestamps and frames and all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, chill.
Yeah. All right, these are some of the ones I took from Reddit.
Congrats, you're already a better fan than me.
That's why I was just like, does everyone want like an
awesome,
award? Does everyone want like an award? Like, you are a better fan. Like, I guess.
I'm telling you all right now.
We'll make you an award.
If there's anything we can do to make awards.
Like,
if
I know
if anybody out there wants to be a bigger fan of any of the groups that I love
That's
or any
fine.
of the my favorite idols, go for it. I don't care.
That's fine.
You can direct message me and tell me you're a better fan. And I'll agree with you.
I don't know.
It's not that serious.
Why so serious?
If I've learned anything in the last month and a half, there's way more important things in life.
There you go.
So
that's real deep right there.
So I mean,
that's what a man who's eating healthy would say.
Let's just say I could retire right now on top and I'd be fine.
Yeah, there you go. All right, some of the Reddit ones.
I think that's just the weight loss talking, but
that's just the tiger inside.
It's super. I'm tiger inside.
Nailed it.
I would go to my grave.
1 for 2.
50%.
50% baseball, pretty good.
Hey, dude, I'd be in the Hall of Fame if I was back.
50%. My gosh, you'd be so good. All right, Reddit ones I saw.
Playing for the Cardinals, winning that World Series.
He was good. He's a big boy. Educating and holding your faves accountable. A lot of people said that on Reddit. I tried to find ones that was like more than one. You know what I mean?
Oh, I definitely know what they're talking about.
So I definitely think, I don't know. They were saying just like when stuff goes on and everyone always wants their idol to like kind of, I don't know, like if they think they do something wrong, kind of like you said, and they're like they need to hold them accountable or blah blah blah. It's like that gets a little annoying, I guess is what they were saying. It's like you don't have to like coach these people and everything.
I know, I definitely know what they're referring to, but
yeah.
I feel like that's not something to get into right now.
Yeah,
but you know, I get.
A lot of people said that. This is the Reddit ones.
I get what you're saying.
People saying Oppa and Unnie.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I'll never forget the girl next to us.
Oh god.
Then the girl next to us.
At the Korean
she was not at the Korean Fest. She was not a Korean girl. She was just a girl and just talking to a random guy. He's like, Oppa, and I was like, it's so awkward. Like, come on,
Don't do
like you're not. And like I could firmly say this person was not a fluent Korean speaker.
The only person I allow to say that is Josh to me.
That's fair. That's when it's just like a true friendship.
He is my mock.
Maybe that was their Josh, but at the time when I heard it, I gave me a little shiver in the back.
The willies.
I was like, oh my gosh,
you ever
come
see
on.
The Rock in the videos when he got those goosebumps?
I know. That was me. I was like slapping my arm. Even number formations. That's a decent one, unless the group knows how to do it well.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, that's a good. I thought that was a good one.
That's one of the things that really annoys me.
That's a good one.
It's not really a pet peeve, it just is annoying. Like, figure out how to do even number formations.
Yeah, it's just like you can do it right. It's just when they don't, it's like you don't see.
There's a couple groups that are really good at it. Some that need to work on it.
Yeah, that was something people said.
But that's a big thing that always bothered me.
Another one, color contacts. I don't really have a problem with that, but a lot of people said that.
I'll be honest with you, I'm colorblind and I don't pay that much attention to their eyeballs.
So this guy, that does not affect him at all.
I could not
that
tell
was
you what
that was
the
when
color
people. Which I don't know. I think it's kind of cool sometimes if they have like a crazy color eye, but that's just.
Except for that time that Pino had
said.
like super like baby blue white eyes for that one stage and like.
You know what? Maybe I do hate it. People said like the minors and stuff, which I get that one.
I mean, every group has minors.
I was gonna say it's kind of like a part of it now, just because that's like K-pop now. I mean,
it's always gonna be a problem. It always has been.
It always is a thing. So it's not like gonna change, even though just everyone be respectful, okay? What else? There was actually a lot of people said this. Berets, like as hats, like people do not like those. I was like, okay. People also said weird hats, and I said that's fair. If you don't like hats, I guess that's fair. But berets was actually something that came up a decent amount. And I was like, yeah, all right. I mean, I think they're okay, but if you don't like them, that's fine. People said egg yo. I kind of get that.
I mean, I can kind of
especially when it's like a forced like do it.
Yeah.
That's weird. I never liked that. Even back in the day when they did it more. Other people kind of like we said separate VIP benefits. That is annoying. How fast people say a song is song of the year or flopping. We kind of mentioned
you know what?
that.
I feel called out by freaking Alan.
What? Oh yeah, he did say that. Song of the year. You say song of the year for everything.
He really did. I'm like, what are you talking about?
He had that inside, man. He had that other tiger. I'm never gonna not say that now.
That's what we call the tiger inside.
We said this before. Everything is a competition for fans. Doesn't have to be. Let's try and get along. Rap portion for the sake of having a rap. I can kind of understand that. I do like the rapping in K-pop songs. I will say sometimes they do be throwing it in there.
It's kind of weird they put it in sometimes, and then sometimes there's songs that don't have it. I'm like, something's missing.
Yeah, it is like a weird like.
It's just part of the formula.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely. People who think they're better because they have more stuff. We kind of talked about that earlier. And then Nugu and Flop. Again, that kind of goes back to just like things just have to be like a direct like this is Nugu, this is flopping, this isn't flopping. Like it's okay. Like people can be in different. Not everyone's at the same walk of life. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
everyone can do their own thing. Like it doesn't. We don't have to like chastise people for, not being the biggest group of all time because everyone can't be the biggest group. Of all time. It's just like the kind of the quickness of how people say that it gets a little frustrating. Those were some Reddit ones, by the way. Those were just multiple Reddit.
Annoyed me was when people just tell people what they need to do in order to be considered K-pop fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, if you don't know this, you don't know this about this person, you don't know like these songs or like all this stuff, you're not really a big fan. Or if you don't have like this merch, you don't have this. And I'm like,
right.
I tell people on Reddit all the time, like, it's whatever you want it to be. It doesn't make you a big fan or not a big fan. Like,
right. Like, just have fun with it, man.
It's all relative.
It's supposed to just be like fun.
Like if you want to be, if you think you're a big fan, then you're a big fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to be the number one stan of this person in this group, you can be.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, who cares?
And it's like just you and that, and like you and being a fan of that group. Like you don't need to go like, you're not going to like the UFC ring having a fight. Like, all right, well this is my ultimate bias fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're not like no one's challenging you to anything.
It's all right. Like everyone
it is what you want it to be.
Out.
Just like anything in life,
chill out.
It is what you want it to be.
Chill out.
If anyone ever tells you you're not a good enough fan, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about.
That's all I got. A lot of those were Reddit. A lot of those were mine. My gosh, Lil Seraphim, let's do a little better on photo cards. That makes me so mad. So mad that you buy a $3 card and a $50 card, and they hardly look different.
Speaking of that, I guess kind of a pet peeve for me in general, because it's happened in the last few years, is when it's kind of got big, is having like a billion versions of an album.
Yeah.
I kind of like how
there's a lot now.
Purple Kiss only has like one album or like two.
Yeah.
But now it's like you have 3 different main versions, 3 different member versions, a Target exclusive, a Walmart exclusive.
Barnes and Noble now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many different versions to buy the same exact thing.
There's so many. When we got into it again, those weren't any. I mean, we were getting them at H Mart. That was like the only place we can get an album.
And there's maybe like 2 versions.
And there was like,
if that.
And it was like 8 times the price.
Well, you can even look at it because we were talking that one day and I was looking through my CLC stuff. If you go look at like a template of like the Songyeon photo cards, there's like a total of like 8.
Yeah.
Because when they first started, like 2015,
yeah, I know.
You got like one album with one photo card. That was it. No pre-order benefits. None of that. Just the one card.
And that was it. And now it's literally impossible. Now it's like an onslaught of just like you can't even keep up.
Well, I remember I told you that I strictly was going to get album photo cards for Dosey because they were extremely easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I first started collecting them a couple years ago. Now it was like. The normal album versions, there was like maybe 8 total you had to get.
Right.
And then just the pre-order benefits and special cards, not even cafe cards, just like pre-order benefit cards.
Yeah.
For that one comeback, there was like 40 of them.
Yeah. It's like, why?
So that means just to get those, you'd have had to order the same album from 40 different places just to get it. Say I somehow got lucky and got them from all of them.
I was going to say, hope that you got Dosey. Yeah.
Just to get the like the special photo card from that specific site or specific retailer.
It's crazy.
And I'm like,
there's so many now.
Is that even like that's not even like worth like what am I gonna do with 40 albums?
There's so many. Now.
I don't even know what to do with my 2 albums. Like,
Right. It's crazy now because it was not like that before. You got like 1 photo card. Twice you actually got like a decent little amount, but that was it. Now it's
everyone has like multiple album inclusions.
Now it's like a ultimate, like it's just the most like it's a never ending infinite thing, like, which can be cool, but also it is like kind of overwhelming now. But no, I get you. That's definitely a change from early on.
More of the story is maybe anything to do with K-pop.
Maybe just like everybody chill and have fun, and you'll be all right. Chill, have fun, be respectful. Life advice: be respectful.
Everybody's group's just as good as everybody else.
I know no one's better than anybody because of who they like or don't like.
And I'm sorry, your favorite groups will not ever live up to Big Bang.
I was gonna say nobody's Big Bang, and that's the moral of the story.
And that's really all you gotta accept. They paved the way for everyone.
Absolutely.
Thanks, HOT. And Big Bang.
And who's the dreams? No, not dreams come true. Candy. Who's Candy?
HOT.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Candy is so sick.
But no, yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I was like, just remember, your favorite group's favorite group is Big Bang. If you ever have to question who's the real kings.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Anyways, I don't know if that's really a pet peeve. It's more of just a fun fact.
That was more of just showing my real heart.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my list. I had put those together throughout the last last couple days, and then I grabbed some stuff off Reddit. There's other stuff too, but I mean, it's don't want it to take too long.
I mean, that's pretty legit. 'Cause the ones you had are just the ones that I said too. So
yeah, it's just like
which I think that's the same stuff I said on the last.
I was like, I figured it'd probably be ones that we'd shared as like together, and then like Reddit. Honestly, it's like kind of same ones too. I just tried to get ones that other people were saying, and like there's other like.
I'm sure there's a lot more, but I try to like not focus on the negative stuff.
Right,
try to have a good time. But sometimes it's like so rampant and apparent, it's like unavoidable.
Well,
please stop.
That's like kind of the ones like the freaking yelling at the concerts and stuff like that. You're like, ugh, like this is frustrating. Yeah.
There's like definitely certain places where I don't go anymore, like in terms of like online or anything.
Yeah.
Just because when people be talking, it's like so irritating and annoying. It's like I don't want to deal with this. I don't care, and I just like, don't respond to anybody.
Right.
So like, you know what? When I'm by myself, it's just great. I just enjoy the music. Or I'm hanging out with you, I just enjoy the stuff for what it is. I don't have to worry about all the other drama associated with it. Those doesn't need to be there.
Exactly. No, I agree. It doesn't. Oh, it's just like it's just fun. Just try to have fun with it. Try to enjoy it. Try to like, enjoy it for what it is. Think you'll be around forever. Not going to go see it forever. Not going to listen to it forever. So let's make the most of what we got right now.
It's true. So, let me tell you. I can tell you that's true because there's a lot of groups that don't exist anymore that I'm sure people complained about.
It's all
okay.
It's all on the timer. Oh, he's got another one.
Biggest pet peeve of all time. This makes me
is more than the names.
So mad.
Okay.
When a group disbands. And everybody comes out of the woodworks and like they're gone too soon. They didn't deserve this.
How did we not think of this?
How could you do this? And they're like so hurt. And I'm like. I know for 100% fact none of you cared about them until this very moment for no reason.
That happens. That definitely happens. And you're like...
Just for the clout, you're like going out there like being like a white knight to try to save this group that you didn't give 2 shits about like a week ago.
I do see that a lot. And you're like, come on now.
And I'm like, we've talked about it before. The only time a disbandment is a surprise to somebody is when they didn't actually like the group.
Right. Absolutely.
Because, I mean, I've like I said, a lot of groups I like to be disbanded. I have not gotten lucky enough to where my groups have like had longevity and been around forever.
Right.
But all the times that they've disbanded were not a surprise to me. I knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. That followed the group.
Yeah.
But you still get hundreds of comments from people be like, what? They were doing so good. Like, this comeback was great. I was like, you mean the comeback that had 4 comebacks ago?
It was like 3 years ago. Like, and then it's like another reason to be like, their company's so trash and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's just
or like people.
Time,
what was some groups that disbanded a little bit ago, and people in like our Discord were saying stuff, and I'm just like, do you even know who this is? Like, what are you
Rocket
talking
Punch?
about?
I know Rocket Punch.
I know
they disbanded not too long
maybe
ago.
It happened so much. I'm just like, okay, settle down, guys, because
it's just every time people are just like, oh no, justice for them, blah blah. It's like, maybe they did have their justice. Maybe this was their justice.
Like, guys, they've been in a group for over, like, 5 years.
Like, that's pretty darn good.
That's
like,
a long time.
They did a good job. Like, that's, everyone doesn't last forever. But no, that's actually an amazing one. I kind of don't know why I didn't think of it, because that is very frustrating.
That makes me so mad. Because then we'll see.
It happens literally every time.
We'll see like a group disbands, and it'll be like, okay, here we go. Let's see who has something to say.
And it's just people freaking out. Like, why aren't they... Like, why? This company sucks. They had so much potential, blah, blah, blah. It's like, they've been a group since, like, 2018. Like,
and they've had, like, 8 comebacks in digital singles, and none of them caught on. Like,
it's like, they had popularity, but K-pop moves so fast that maybe it's just kind of done. Or maybe the members want to go do... That's the thing, too, is like, well, the members came to agreement they didn't want to renew their sting. It's like, they don't want to do it.
And then they, like, call out the company, like you said, to say they're trash, or they didn't help them out.
Like, they want to do it. They want to do something else.
They maybe just want to go to school or start a family.
Or, like, try and do other celebrity stuff.
Yeah,
like they just
it happens all the time.
Like, they just they want to go their own way sometimes. Yeah, that's a big time one. That's a big time one.
I was like thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? That irritates me so much.
No, that one's way, way, way up on the list.
Especially since I've had to deal with it many times.
I was gonna say you've had to.
And I'm like, if literally every person who's commenting on this right now would have given one view on the music video, they'd still be a group.
I remember CLC kind of like. I mean, I guess technically it's not like over, but like when it kind of was like the announcements of the people leaving and stuff. I was like, oh man, can't wait to see what Fogg's gonna say of all the people freaking out about like how they love him. Like, I literally remember thinking that. I was like, he's gonna see that and be like, what the hell? Which it was like a given. You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. That was not a surprise at all. I mean, when your members started leaving and calling the company out and like dropping like flies, like, come on.
Right. Yeah, I was like, they were leaving because they like needed to get out of there. Or, like, thought that they needed to get out of there. It wasn't like...
And everyone was saying Cube is trash for years. Like, why are you shocked by this? People.
Yeah.
Let's do better.
Yeah.
That's how you really find out the real stands from the fake ones. That's how you really weed them out.
It's not just, like, everyone's just, like, super big, happy group. And we're like, we want to keep doing this. And the company's like, no! You're done. Like,
dude, look, oh, man, Black Dress was such a good comeback. I'm like, dude, that was... There was so much more music that happened before that.
Was that like 18, 19? Like, that was a while ago.
You're really showing your true character.
Yeah, Black Dress was sick, but not very recent.
But that is one thing that always really...
Yeah, that's a good one. That happens every time, too.
But anyways, that kind of wraps it up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
There's a lot of negativity in this podcast, so take that.
Sometimes you just gotta, like, have a... let it out. Just let it out. Everyone be respectful and nice, okay? Please.
Yeah, let's all...
What are your pet peeves?
Oh,
it's just like your podcast.
What Jackie Moon said, and everybody love everybody.
ELE, everybody love everybody.
Yeah, I know, your podcast sucks.
We're like, you know what? We know.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Tell me something I don't know in the comments below.
You know. Thank you. Come again.
So I guess let's go to our Idols of the Week.
Idol of the Week.
And I mean... I'm just going to pick Dosi because we're going to go see him.
Yeah, I'm picking Yuki because they have a show today.
So it's going to be my Idol of the Week until we're done seeing them.
They are in the United States and have a show today, and I can't wait to see the content from it. I will say, I don't like previews of songs, movies, blah, 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 but when there's like a tour, I definitely like look up everything, like the set list. And I always do that. I'm not trying to be surprised at the concert, but because I know I'm going to be happy regardless, but I do that. So I'm excited to see all that for Perky. I'm excited to get some sweatpants.
Yeah, they got some nice merch.
They have such cool merch. I love it. Good for them. But yeah, mine's Yuki from Purple Kiss. I'm so excited to see them.
I'm really excited too.
It's going to be a fun trip.
The most excited K-pop thing I've been excited for in a while.
Heck yeah, man.
I don't even remember the last thing I was excited for in K-pop.
I was like, what the last thing you went to? KCON?
I was say it was a KCON.
I think it might have been KCON.
I didn't really go to too much last year.
Cause you...
Oh, no. When we went to Toronto.
Oh, yeah. That was like way after KCON.
Yeah.
Multiple times. The Toronto Korean Fest.
Yeah.
Perky.
When we saw Purple Kiss last time.
Heck yeah. Time to see him again.
I mean, I'm excited to see Baby Monster 2 because I like Baby Monster. And seeing Triple S would be cool, but... If my whole year just revolved around like going to see Purple Kiss twice, I'd probably be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Baby Monster's gonna be sick though.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that's gonna be really fun because like
I just hope they have like the big red screen in the back.
Yeah,
this is like
it's in the arena,
New Jersey.
Like I'm just in.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like how these like stand on the thing.
I'm just ready for like big time stage concert, all that.
Also, our seats are. I don't want to brag here. Sorry about that. We were just talking.
Well,
about
you can say we have good seats.
But like our seats are like right next to the stage.
Brett did a great job as always because he's the savviest man in ticket history, I guess.
He like legit got us.
We have good seats on
as
the side.
close as when we saw twice in Chicago.
And that was darn close.
And that was like unreal close.
I'm very excited. Well, honestly, with Baymon too, I don't want to say like this is gonna be so sick. It's like hitting them at such a great time, and I mean they're only gonna get better. But like I don't know when we'll ever see him again, or if we ever even will. So
yeah, I don't know.
like this is gonna be kind of like a once in a lifetime potentially type thing. So
well, it is why we went to Lollapalooza to see New Jeans.
And look at that. Look at that. Hopefully YG manages a little better. I think they will. Yeah, so I'm excited to see. And it's their like first US thing is the New Jersey show.
And
so.
also Triple S can be pretty sick too, but also we had the best Triple S experience of all time.
Nothing tops that.
So I don't care what they do with this show, it's not gonna be better than
Nothing tops that. Nothing will. Nothing tops it.
And I'm not even talking about the fan meet. I'm talking about like when we saw them play in
Kansas
City.
Lovolution was the greatest group of all time. So that.
And I think I've said in previous podcasts that some of the music they put out recently is not my favorite they've put out. So I'm sure like 90% of the set list I'm not going to care about.
If they just play the Assemble 10 album?
That'd be sick. But I do have my favorite members are going to be there, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, no, they're not going to be better than Lovolution.
Lovolution is just like my favorite group ever. So
I don't even know if getting like you're getting the selfies with them. I don't even know if getting a selfie with them would make it better than seeing Lovolution.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just glad Diane's there. Like,
because we also
if Diane wasn't there, I'd be excited, but I'd be like,
really remember
not any of my favorites.
What the other benefits of it were, but I mean, when we saw Lovolution, we got like a super sick like picture with them.
Yeah, you got the photo,
and we got like the actual high touch. High touch was like kind of slow, so we
yeah,
got
it was
talk
cool.
to high five and stuff.
It was cool.
And they like let us record it.
Lovolution was just such like a perfect mix of the members with like, it was like perfect.
And like all the only music they had out at that point was, they didn't even have Evolution.
No, they weren't out yet. They weren't out yet.
So we only had from
people like didn't even debut yet in Triple S, like Mayu and stuff like that. Didn't even or like Katone didn't even do anything.
So we literally had what was the song that they had? Girls Capitalism.
Yep.
To like
banger.
Acid Eyes. So I mean that was like the best music that I love by them.
Yep. And they like covered other songs like Lovolution is just my favorite. So
sorry, Triple S concert. I don't want to say my
moral of the story. Lovolution's great.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
It'll be cool. At least it's a Sunday. So.
Shout out to First World Props.
I know. Thank God for the weekend. I was like, yeah, Sunday, perfect. Missing the old Super Bowl. But that'll do it.
Hopefully Josh can still see the Lions play the Eagles in the Super Bowl
like
since he's skipping, even though it's not possible.
Doofus. All right. We love you guys. Peace.
Later.